What you're looking at are the new version of Ubiquity dice. We jokingly refer to them as the U2 dice. They're in the same color schemes as the originals. Whites represent 1 die, reds represent 2 dice, and blues represent 3 dice, as you can see by the way I've got them sitting. But you'll also be noticing the explosion symbol, such as the one sitting right on the top of this die. Let's take a closer look. We have this explosive face, and it's smaller than the other faces. What exactly are we looking at? Well, the original Ubiquity dice were D8s, and from a certain point of view, so are these. These are truncated D8s, which gives us this unusual extra face, the explosive face. There's only a 2% chance of a die rolling up this way. I can assure you that this has been calculated endlessly by weird scientists both on top and beneath the earth. So, how do the new dice work? Well, it's fairly simple. The inclusion of, or distribution of, numbers and things on the faces are exactly the same as they were in the original dice. But the new faces, the smaller faces that include the explosion symbol, they add in a new perk. So you can simply ignore it, or you can roll 2 dice and choose the higher one, or you can choose 2 dice and keep the result of both. Those are the 3 possible ways that you can use the dice. So variety is nice. So you can not include them at all because, like all U dice, they are optional. Or you can choose to use them so that they can increase the number of successes possible, making that explosion worthwhile, but not allow the characters to exceed what their pool would normally allow. Or you can go for the gusto and really have them explode by rolling 2 dice and keeping the results of each. When you roll an explosion, you could take the die and another one like it and re-roll and choose the higher value. Now in this case that's a wash, so I would get to pick 2, but if this were the result, then I would again take the 2, roll 2 dice, take the higher value, and be done with it. Or the next option is, if you get an explosion, you can re-roll it and similarly one just like it, but you get to keep both results. And look, I just rolled my very first explosion. That's the first one that I've rolled in multiple filmings of these dice. So very cool, and I actually am excited, so it works. So because this was type 3, or step 3, option 3, I would be keeping both results. So I keep this, and then I re-roll this, and one just like it. And so now what could have been a roll of 1 to 3 on this die has now resulted in 2, 4, 5. Interesting, huh? The dice are produced as part of a Kickstarter and have pretty much finished being shipped to backers at the time of filming, which means that without too much delay you may expect to see them appear in dice shops such as Exile's own website. So if you're interested in the dice, you know where to find them.